We have received some requests for effective note-taking methods and tools in the general sense, both for lectures and for light note-taking. I think we could share some valuable insight from our recent discoveries. Studies about the effect of note-taking on achievement recognize that there are two distinct categories of note-taking. The first category suggests that the notes themselves are valuable because 1. Help the learner rehearse the lecture content, and 2. Can serve as a memory device that can help the student to remember parts of the content that were not included in the notes themselves. The second category suggests that the act of taking notes is important because it 1. Increases attention and concentration, 2. Encourages students to process the material at a deeper level, and 3. Provides a means of connecting new learning with prior knowledge. These two categories imply that note-taking can boost achievement by acting as a product, the first category, or as a process, the second category. In this project we did investigate the impact of increased writing speed and written output on both the product of note-taking as well as the process of note-taking to enhance scholastic achievement.
Some experimental studies on student achievement have been inconclusive regarding the benefits of note-taking training. However, these studies have had serious methodological weaknesses and have not consistently involved meaningful training sessions that incorporate practice and evaluation of the note-taking skills. For example, a study by Bretting and others, 1987, involved 15-minute training sessions before the testing, and provided only general note-taking tips. Another study by Peck and Hanafin showed students a videotape how to take notes more efficiently. A study by Meir, 2001, allocated one class unit for note-taking training. Research on the effects of pre-training on note-taking and information recall found that training in note-taking must involve long-term systematic instruction and continuous practice.
Bretting, Kulhavy and Cottarino and Peck and Hanafin conducted similar research to gain insight into this issue. In all of these studies, one or more experimental groups received special note-taking training, while one or more groups received no formal training. The results of Peck and Hanafin's study found that the uninstructed note-takers actually performed better on all three tests. Peck and Hanafin suggested that the results were a product of an interference effect in which the process of note-taking itself interfered with the retention of information.
In our view, the interference effect was a result of insufficient training as opposed to what Peck and Hanafin believed a negative impact of note-taking on learning. Students were inadequately trained in the product, which caused an adverse effect on the note-taking process. In addition, an evaluation of over 340 NSF project directors of 13 possible innovations in undergraduate teaching found cooperative learning was ranked highest. Collaborating on projects, students must accurately capture the spoken information and share their notes efficiently with other students in their research groups. The Easy Script methodology can provide a seamless exchange of sharing information to address this issue. Importance of note-taking for students with disabilities.
Boyle and Weishar in their study of high school students with disabilities concluded that improved note-taking skills contribute to increasing students' comprehension, short-term and long-term recall. They extended the academic note-taking training in their study from 15 minutes to 2 50-minute sessions. Instructed students scored significantly higher on measures of immediate recall, long-term recall and comprehension, and number of words recorded. It's reasonable to assume that if a speed note-taking is incorporated into academic note-taking and a sufficient practicing and reinforcement is provided, it will increase the number of words recorded, which will have a significant impact on comprehension, immediate and long-term recall.
As evidenced by various research studies, students with disabilities are not effective note-takers. Students with disabilities do not possess a sufficient writing speed to take down spoken information, and, even when they do take notes, are frequently unable to read them after the lecture, mostly because their notes are illegible. Students with disabilities either avoid taking notes, rely on note-takers or teachers to assist them with guided lecture notes after class.
Although these accommodations are helpful and even necessary, it is important for those with disabilities to learn how to effectively take notes from lectures. Zuritsky and Hughes have found that those with disabilities are passive learners, and note-taking is one way to actively engage them in the learning process. We believe that students with disabilities will derive an additional benefit from speed note-taking, because they record fewer units of lecture information than their non-disabled peers.
The methods and approaches to note-taking, although researched for students and those with disabilities, can be applied in the general sense to note-taking. Note-taking is not just for lectures, book reading, or meetings anymore. Note-taking is a way of life. And we are grateful for the insight into these effective methods for note-taking. Now that we have discussed that, how about a nice game of tennis? Great. Let's go. Tennis anyone? Anyone?
I think I will pass on the tennis for now, and I need to find my Steno note-taking pad. Where did I put my Steno?